The tradition has thought a lot about what it would mean for God to become incarnate, to be a person. And the central problem is going to be, how could it be that a being has two natures? Because when God became incarnate, according to the tradition, he has a full human nature. He's fully human in every way. And yet, at the same time, he's fully divine. There's been a lot of talk about what that might mean. How could they be related? There's people who've done some metaphysics about how there could be the divine nature could be a part of Christ, and the human nature could be a part of Christ, and so that Christ himself is composite and whatnot. But the fundamental question that you might be interested in, that a lot of people are interested in, is how could it be that there's a union between those two natures? They seem to be different. In fact, the church has essentially refused to answer the question. It is a mystery. And so what we have here is another point at which, in the Christian tradition, we have some truths that we know and that the church and the tradition has declared to be correct, namely that Christ is human and that Christ is divine. So here we have those claims that are made and that Christians, Orthodox Christians, believe. But the further question of how could that be, how could they be united into one person, is said to be a mystery. It's said to be beyond description in our language. This is a recurring theme throughout the church. What we have is, on the one hand, we have truths that are revealed or discovered, and we want to ask lots of questions about them and try to figure out how they could be so. But on the other hand, we also want to hold on to a mystery, that this is not necessarily simply something that we are to figure out intellectually, but we are to relate to. If God really is a person, it's not primarily because he wanted to reveal the truths of certain propositions to us, but rather because he wanted to relate to us. So I actually think that one of the most pressing questions for us when we think about the nature of God as a person, especially in the incarnation, is how can we relate to such a person? How can we be close to him, united to him as a person?